Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we are discussing important current affairs for the topic important days for January month. The session will be quite interesting and important, students. Stay tuned with us till the end. Let's start. The first question that we are discussing here is, when is World Braille Day observed globally to commemorate the birth anniversary of Louis Braille? So when do we observe this day? That is World Braille Day. It is observed on 4th of January, right? And it is the birth anniversary of Louis Braille, who discovered this Braille system for the visually impaired individuals. This year it was the 8th World Braille Day that was observed, and it was 217th birth anniversary of Louis Braille. First time this day was observed in 2019, generally observed by UNESCO. Next, 9th edition of the National Siddha Day was observed on 6th January. Question is that what is the theme of this edition? First thing, remember, this National Siddha Day is observed on the birth anniversary of sage Agathiyar, and this theme that is being asked here, what is the theme here? That is Siddha for global health. Correct? Take a note of this. First time this was observed in the year 2018. Next, when is the World Day of War Orphans observed annually to raise awareness about children who have lost one or both parents due to war, armed conflict or political violence? So it is observed on 6th of January. First time this day was observed in 1995, and global observance for the, or if we asked if this is your World Day or War Orphans, right? If asked about the World Orphans Day, it is observed on 20th of April. The next, Earth's rotation day is observed globally to commemorate Leon Fault's historic pendulum experiment proving Earth's rotation, right, as marked in 2026. When do we observe this day? It is 8th of January. We observe the Earth rotations day, right? Next is World Hindi Day. When do we observe World Hindi Day? That is Vishwa Hindi Divas, observed globally to promote Hindi language. It is observed on 10th January. Correct? And first time this was observed in the year 2006. Then National Road Safety Week is observed in India to promote road safety awareness and reduce road accidents. When do we observe this? From 11th to 17th of January. Right? And it is the 37th National Road Safety Week that we observed. Then National Youth Day is observed every year on 12th January to honor Swami Vivekananda, to inspire youth and choose the correct birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda that was commenced in 2026. It was 163rd birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. First time this was observed in 1985. Then when is Armed Force Veterans Day observed in India to honor the service and sacrifice of the veterans of the Indian Army, Indian Navy and Indian Air Force? It is 14th of January 2026, right? It marks the 10th edition of the Armed Forces Veterans Day. Then when is Indian Army Day, that is Bharatiya Sena Divas, celebrated annually to honor courage, discipline and sacrifice of the Indian Army personnel? It is 15th of January. Right, and it is the 78th edition of the Indian Army Day. Next, when is the National Disaster Response Force Raising Day observed to commemorate the raising of the NDRF, that is a specialized national disaster force under the Ministry of Home Affairs? It is 19th of January. Right, and it is the 21st edition of NDRF. Next, when is Prakram Divas, also known as the Day of Valor, observed to commemorate the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose? It is 23rd of January, right? And it is the 129th birth anniversary of Subhash Chandra Bose. First time observed in the year 2021. Next, National Girl Child Day, observed annually across India on 24th January, marks dash observance of the National Girl Child Day? It is the 19th edition of the National Girl Child Day that is observed on 24th January. Right, and first time this day was observed in the year 2008. Then next, on which date is National Girl Child Day observed annually across India to promote the rights, education, health and empowerment of the girl child? It is 24th of January. Right, and it is the 19th edition here. Next, when is National Tourism Day observed across India to highlight the role of tourism in economic growth and preservation of the cultural heritage? It is 25th of January. And if we talk about World Tourism Day, it is observed on 27th September. Remember, this is National Tourism Day on 25th January and World Tourism Day on 25th September. Next, UN International Day of Clean Energy was observed on 26th January, that is the Monday, to promote awareness and inspire the action towards a fair and inclusive transition to clean energy. What is the theme of the International Day of Clean Energy 2026? Theme being clean energy for people and planet. This is the theme here, and this is the third edition of the day that was observed. Then when was International Customs Day observed worldwide in 26 to recognize the role of customs administrations in facilitating trade and ensuring security? It is 26th of January 2026. And what is the theme here? Theme being customs protecting society through violence and commitment. Next, when is International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of the Holocaust observed annually to honor the victims of the Holocaust and uphold human dignity and universal human rights as marked in 2026? It is 27th of January. Next is when is Shaheed Divas or Martyrs Day observed in India to honor the national martyrs and commemorate the death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi? So it is 30th of January. Right, and it is 78th death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Next, when is or the World Health Organization observes World Neglected Tropical Disease Day annually on 30th January to raise awareness about neglected tropical disease. What is the theme here in 2026? Theme being Unite, Act, Eliminate. Right, and it is the 7th observance of this day. So these were your important current affairs, students. Now let's move to the revision part.
Next, name the interoperable net banking platform launched by NPCI Bharat Bill Pay Limited in November to simplify the digital banking and transform the merchant payments. So name that interoperable net banking platform that was launched by NPCI Bharat Bill Payment Limited. Which is it? It is Banking Connect. Take a note of this. This platform was introduced during the Global FinTech Festival of 2025 in the presence of RBI Governor. Moving on, choose the private sector bank that faced 91 lakh rupees penalty from RBI in November for the violations including non-compliance with the Banking Regulation Act of 1949. So choose that private sector bank. It is HDFC Bank. Next, select the company that secured 1,280 crore rupees green loan from DBS Bank India in November to develop sustainable Intelligent Park project in Gurugram, Haryana. So this will be an IT park, correct? And the loan amount is 1,280 crore rupees. So which is that company that secured this amount? It is Tata Realty and Infrastructure Limited. This is on SPR Road, that is Southern Peripheral Road in Gurugram, Haryana. Correct. This loan was taken by which organization? It was taken by Tata Realty and Infrastructure Limited. It was taken from whom? It was taken from DBS Bank. Next, identify the public sector bank that has signed a memorandum of understanding with the State Bank of India in November to establish a center of excellence for strategic leadership in project financing across India. So identify that public sector bank. It is Bank of India. Take a note. Moving on, RBI released the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion 25 to 30 in December. Mark the option that is not included under its 5 Panch Jyoti objective. So among the following, which is not included here? It is your enhancing monetary policy transmission is not included in this. Next, in December, RBI has released the annual report of the Ombudsman scheme. Mark the correct statement regarding the following. If we look at the options here, among the following, all the 3 of them are rightly mentioned. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the 3 major loan approvals signed between India and Asian Development Bank in December. If we look at the options here, we have to find the incorrect statement. So A is right, B is right, C is wrongly mentioned, which is our answer. C is saying that ABD Asian Development Bank has approved $210 million loan for Gujarat and to fund the state skill development program. Is it so? For Gujarat, the loan amount is not 210 but $110 million for state skill development program. Next, which of the following banks were identified as domestically systematic important bank, that is your DSIBs for 2025 by Reserve Bank of India? So among the following, State Bank of India, HDFC Bank and ICICI, these are considered DSIBs, that is domestic systematically important banks. These are considered too big to fail. Moving on, name that asset management company that received the SEBI's approval in December to launch a 10,000 crore rupees IPO. So which is that company? It is ICICI Prudential Asset Management Company. Moving on, next is which company has received the approval from RBI in December to operate as a payment aggregator cross-border for inward and outward remittance under the Payments and Settlement Act of 2007. So which is the company we are talking about here? It is Razorpay Software Private Limited. Next, in December, SEBI, they have introduced Swagat FI framework under SEBI regulations to allow low-risk foreign investors easier participation in the Indian securities market. Question is, in Swagat, what does W stands for? So what is the full form of Swagat here? Swagat is what? Single window, automatic and generalized access for trusted foreign investors. And W here stands for window. Next, which organization has launched an insurance product, that is Protection Plus Plan 886 and Bima Kavach Plan 887 in December to enhance financial security and offer flexible savings or pure risk cover option? So which organization we are talking about here? It is Life Insurance Corporation of India, LIC. Next, which bank has signed a memorandum of understanding with NPCI International Payment Limited in December to enable UPI interface KHQR based cross-border digital payment between India and Cambodia? So which bank we are talking about here? It is Ekleda Bank PLC. Correct? And this is one of the first publicly listed commercial bank of Cambodia. Moving on, name the bank that partnered with Ruti, part of the Catalyst platform, in December to launch FPO Shakti, that is a financing facility aimed at strengthening the farmer producer organization, right? So which is that bank that partnered with Ruti? Correct? And they have together launched FPO Shakti, that is a financing facility that will be strengthening the FPOs, that is farmer producer organizations. So which is the bank we are talking about here? It is HSBC India. Next, name the payments bank that became the first in India to receive RBI's in-principle approval for conversion into a small finance bank in December. So name that payments bank. Which is the payment bank we are talking about? It is Fino Payment Bank Limited. Next, choose the bank that partnered with LIC in December to sign a strategic bancassurance deal at boosting the insurance accessibility and supporting India's vision of insurance for all 2047. So which is the bank? It is Yes Bank. And they have partnered here with whom? With LIC in December for a bancassurance deal. Next is identify the organization that received the SEBI's in-principle approval in December for registering the Rajmarg Infra Investment Trust as an infrastructure investment trust, that is an InvIT. So this Rajmarg Infra Investment Trust has been now listed as InvIT. So identify that organization that received the SEBI's approval here. It is NHAI, National Highways Authority of India. Moving on, what is the name of the premium Rupee metal credit card launched by Punjab National Bank in December to strengthen their presence in the high value credit card segment? So what is the name of the premium Rupee metal credit card? It is Lakshura. Next, in December, SEBI, they have launched Prava in partnership with NSE and Care Edge ratings to prevent misleading past performance claims by the regulated entities in this system. What does the letter V stands for? Here the letter V stands for what? It stands for verification, right? Prava means past risk and return verification agency. Next is IFC, International Finance Corporation. They have invested $50 million to establish India's first fully integrated battery materials manufacturing facility under GFCL Electric Vehicles Products Limited as announced in December. So IFC invested $50 million. Next, how much amount of monetary penalty did RBI impose on Jammu and Kashmir Bank Limited for violations of Banking Regulations Act provisions and RBI directions? So how much monetary penalty was imposed? It was 99.3 lakh rupees of monetary penalty that was imposed by RBI on Jammu and Kashmir Bank Limited, and it was for the violation of the Banking Regulation Act. Next, identify the bank that launched the premium, that is fixed deposit backed first wow black credit card with zero forex markup. So what is this? That you go and do fixed deposit, and the amount of fixed deposit you did, it will be converted into your credit card, right? So identify that bank. Which bank we are talking about? It is IDFC First Bank. Next, name the fintech company that received the RBI approval in December to operate as a full-stack cross-border payment aggregator under Payments and Settlement Act of 2007. So, name that fintech company. It is AirPay Payment Systems Services Private Limited. Next, what percentage of the global real-time payment transaction was contributed by UPI as highlighted in ACI Worldwide's Prime Time for Real-Time 2024 report referenced in December 25? So, what percentage of the global real-time payment transactions was contributed by RBI? It was almost 49, which is very huge number. Next, identify the campaign that announced identify that campaign as announced by the Ministry of Finance in December facilitated the settlement of nearly 2,000 crore rupees of unclaimed financial assets during the initial 2 months. So what is that platform or campaign name? It is Aapki Poonji Aapka Adhikar, Your Money Your Right campaign, where the unclaimed dividend, unclaimed money was settled here. Next, RBI's master direction titled RBI Direction of 25 permitting both residents and non-residents to undertake rupee denominated interest rate derivative transactions will come into effect from 1st of March 2026 onwards. Next is identify the company whose insurance subsidiary secured a corporate agency license from IRDAI in December. It is Sahaj Insurance Service Private Limited. Next, choose the organization that launched India's multi-currency travel card with no annual fees in December. Which is it? It is Wise, right? They have launched this multi-currency travel card with no annual fees. That means you use it, there will be no annual fees on this card. It was initially announced at the Global FinTech Festival that was held in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, identify the card network used by the IndusInd Bank GOBP Mobility Plus credit card, a co-branded fuel and lifestyle credit card launched in December. So identify that card network. The card network here is that we are talking about is RuPay.